Hi, I'm Mrs. Rogier, and I will be teaching the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade for science, math, Bible, and history. Um, we'll start with 6th grade. I will have 6th grade for science next year. We will be doing Observing God's World, and this is a great book that talks about the earth, plants, bugs, the ocean, sound waves, light waves, and some chemistry towards the end. So this is a great curriculum. The kids that we have this year that are doing it are having a great time with it. We have a tree project that we do. And then, of course, we'll have the science fair next year as well. So they'll get to work on a science fair project that gets assigned after we get back from Christmas break. Um, and then this book has a health section at the end of it, but because they have health that's taught by another teacher, what we're going to do is the last quarter where the other classes are doing the health section, we are going to be able to use that time to do more of the experiments that we couldn't do during the winter months because they are better done outside, if you know what I mean. So that'll be a fun quarter when we get to go back through the different things and do some of the experiments that we weren't able to do in the classroom and see how some of these things get put to work. Plus, it's a great review of all the things that we've learned throughout the year. So that's 6th grade with me. That's Observing God's World. That's in a Becca book. For 7th and 8th grade, I will have, or 7th grade, excuse me, I will have Fundamentals of Math, the second half of the book. So they did the first half this past year with Mrs. Clark. So when they come to me, we'll be working on the second half of the book. So wherever they leave off at the end of this year, we're going to pick up there and continue through as much of the book as we can get through before the end of the year to prepare them for pre-algebra. For Bible, for 7th and 8th grade, we will be using a new book this year, but it's from the same company that the book that we used last year. This past year, the year that we're in now, 2020 to 2021, we were using Thinking Like a Christian, put out by Summit Ministries. Well, this new book that we're getting is called Light Bearers, and it is from the same company, Summit Ministries. So it will be talking about things that we face today, issues going on in the world today from a Christian perspective, but geared for middle schoolers specifically, to put it in a way that they can understand. And what I love about these Thinking Like a Christian and Light Bearers curriculum is they are a great lead up to when the kids get to worldview in 11th and 12th grade, which is also done by Summit Ministries. So this is a great preparation for that, to give them a good solid foundation of what the Bible says about these issues, so that when we get into the 11th and 12th grade and they do worldview with me and we're comparing the Christian worldview with some of the other worldviews, they have a good solid foundation in Christianity from which to compare and analyze the other worldviews. So I love these curriculum for that. They're very well done, very well written. They're very straightforward and solidly biblically based. I'm really excited about history this year as well, because this year we're going to be doing the history of the world. So it's old world history. So we'll be studying ancient cultures and moving on through Mesopotamia, Egypt, China, um, different parts of Africa. We have an African cultural project, which is wonderful. If you were here last year when we had New World History and we did the South American countries, or excuse me, the Eastern Hemisphere countries, the New World country, and all the kids picked a country, and then they did things based on that. A food item, a poster, a 3D map, that type of thing. We have that same thing with the African countries, and so we'll have an African project that is in a cultural fair, and hopefully, again, with these COVID restrictions, we may not be able to have the food items because of that, but we would still like to be able to have the fair if possible. So if the COVID restrictions are completely released, we'll be able to have the cultural fair as intended. But if not, we'll find a way to modify that, and maybe have our cultural fair projects displayed during parent-teacher conferences or something like that, so the parents can come in and see them. And I will try to take a video as well so that everyone who couldn't make it will be able to see the kids in their display. So I'm very excited about that project. And we have other projects within that history curriculum that we're going to be doing, some art type projects within the curriculum. Again, there'll be some reports and things, more so than we had this past year, but I'm excited to have this book this year as well. So that is what I have for the middle school classes. Like I said, I have 6th grade science. I have 7th and 8th grade for math, Bible, and history. So I actually just have 7th grade for math, I believe. Um, and then Bible and history, I have 7th and 8th grade. So I am looking forward to teaching your students next year, and hopefully a lot of them will be returning. And if you're a new student, we look forward to having you. Again, my name is Mrs. Rogier, and if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact me at my email, which is krogier, Rogier, at tcca-nh.com. And I can usually respond within 24 hours. So I would be happy to hear from you and answer any questions or concerns that you may have. And we look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you.